Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D, starring Dana Kimmel, Richard Brooker, Catherine Parks, Paul Kratka, Jeffrey Rogers, Larry Zerner, Tracy Savage, Rachel Howard, David Kadamis, and Nick Savage, and directed by Steve Miner. Now, I have seen this, but not in 3D, folks. The reason I called it in 3D was because this movie was intentionally shot for 3D. But let's get into the movie, because I don't remember too much about it, except for it was always in 3D. We pick up where part 2 ended, with Jason chasing after Jenny, and she kills him pretending to be Mrs. Voorhees, and Paul comes in to stop Jason, and Jason comes back alive, and we cut to the credits in 3D. And I don't have a 3D TV, but I'm sure the 3D was mind blowing in the 1980s. But it's too goofy looking in 2D, in my opinion. Harold getting yelled at by his wife, who I'm led to believe, about how he has sloppy habits and how she had to clean up his clothes, because he's too lazy. And I'm waiting for Jason to kill her as Harold eats the fish food which I'm thinking to myself, how stupid is this guy? And he eats and drinks from the store, and he's running, and I thought, you motherfucking pig. And he eats unhealthy behind his wife's back, and next thing you know, he takes a dump and drinks soda while in the toilet, which I thought, that's disgusting, pal. I've never seen a movie where someone does a disgusting habit like Harold does. And thank God he got killed by Jason, because what do you come to a Friday the 13th movie for? The kills. And the wife gets killed, and I don't care for those two. This is the point of a Friday the 13th movie. You don't go for characters. You go for kills. That's the main idea. Andy, his girlfriend, I don't know her name, and Shelly, Chris, and Shelly's date, and a couple of hippies, or let's call them Cheech and Chong, I'll say, get introduced on the screen as they're driving. They think they're getting stopped by the cops, but they go to a crime scene, and the friends get stopped by a homeless man who has an eyeball, and they get to Higgins Haven, and they all go in the water except Chris, and Chris goes in the owner cabin, Rick, says hello. And I'm not connecting with these characters. And what for? I mean, as they're too silly in a laughable kind of way. And the way some of these scenes were trying to poke out like they would in 3D is very distracting. And Shelley trying to pull off death like he was dead. And honestly, like the last two movies, I want Jason to just kill the biker gang that harassed Shelley and that one girl in his date. And one of the biker girls members breaks the window of the car while Shelley runs out of the motorcycles. And I could care less, because can we get to Jason murdering people? I can't take seeing these characters. The biker gang shows up at their campgrounds without anyone seeing them, and Foxy, who's one of the motorcycle gang members, goes in the barn and messes with a lot of shit. And can Jason just kill her off while she's in there, pretty please? And I got my wish granted that she with both of the biker dudes get killed, which was about fucking time, which got into the kills. And Jason could kill gangsters like a pro, as well as campers. Meanwhile, Andy and Shelley juggle, and the girls distract them, and who cares about the characters and what they can do, but because I certainly don't. Andy and his girlfriend have sex, and that's how I know they're dead meat, because that's what a horror movie 101 is all about. If you get naked in a movie and have sex in a horror movie, you're dead. And I could care less about those characters. Meanwhile, Chris tells the story of how she got attacked the last time, and she got attacked by a man, and I get why, because unfortunately it didn't come off believable to me. But I mean, it's real life. I can see it. Shelley scares the shit out of his date by pretending to be Jason, but nobody in this movie knows anything about Jason, which is a big mistake from this movie, in my opinion. Shelley's date gets killed while Andy and his girlfriend had the best sex in their life, but the girlfriend gets in the shower and Andy is killed while he's upside down, and the girlfriend gets out of the shower and reads a Fangoria magazine with 25 years with Godzilla, and she sees Andy is dead and she gets killed like Kevin Bacon did in the first movie. The Cheech and Chongs and with Chris and Rick, because Shelley's throat gets caught, and both of the Cheech and Chongs get killed now, and Chris and Rick get back in the cabin when everyone else is dead, and the lights are out and not working as Rick looks around for the other guys, and he gets captured by Jason and gets killed by squeezing the fucking head. So the only one left is Chris, which, not too surprisingly, she finds every single dead body around the cabin, and Jason starts to attack her, and she recognizes the face and realizes it's the same creep that attacked her those many years ago. And I'm starting to beg this movie to please end. I was checked out at this point. We all know how this movie is going to end, right? Chris fights Jason and kills him, even though she's the only survivor, and Jason gets back up. Am I wrong to assume that? Probably not. That's how every single fucking movie ends, like Halloween. And she does get thrown into the water by Jason's mother, Mrs. Voorhees, like Alice did in the first Friday the 13th movie. I'm on a very long road of one bad movie after another until I get to the end of the series. Just like Halloween. Oh my god. Let's get to the fucking rating. I'll give this movie a 1.9 out of 10. I just don't care anymore. After 3 weeks of bad movies and plenty more to go, I don't know how these movies are successful. With the tremendously bad acting, along with bad plots, and a very bad score, the fact that this thing was in 3D was poking out at people's faces, it was very distracting, and it was truly, I just don't get it anymore. Like, what's the point of going to a Friday the 13th movie other than the fucking kills? So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And until next time, shh.